Ben, welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review, and we have a glass from the company that just bought Mill Street. What are we drinking today? We are drinking this from Brasserie de Boison. It is the Scaldis Amber, which is 11% alcohol by volume. Scaldis Amber. It does have its own cap. I do have... I don't think I can get it very well with the camera. Where it is. I do have this on the fridge already, so it's just going to go into my bucket. 11% alcohol, though, on an amber. That's huge. Best before 1506 2017. Yeah, it's European, so I mean, us North Americans, usually it's a month, day, year. For most European countries, it's a day, month, year, because they go smallest to largest, which is the way I actually think it should be, but it doesn't really matter what I think. I'm a nobody. Holy shit. So I bought these nail openers, right? Everybody's seen them. Lots of breweries have them. And I bought it for like $1.50 online from China. I bought 2 of them. They were $1.50 online, right? How can you go wrong? Well, you can go wrong because the lips on these aren't quite as big as they usually are. And it doesn't quite catch underneath very well. Well, the lip's proper on this side, but not on this side. And it's not much smaller. It's like just maybe a millimeter or 2 smaller. And at the same time, that's huge for what these do. Let's pour her. Let's try her. 330 milliliter bottle. Between the $3 and $5 range, I believe. I don't remember. I lost my receipt. Wait, is that it right beside me? Let us check. No. Okay, never mind. Okay, so it's an amber. It does have an amber hue to it, but it's more that kind of orangey hue than full-on amber. It looks the part, though. I mean, it does. It looks like what it's supposed to look like. Just down here is where you really can't tell as well. Smell. Wow. I just had a stout that kind of had this smell in it, and I wasn't too keen on it, but this isn't a stout, so it might be okay. But you get that caramel smell that you should get with a lot of ambers. You get that sweetness that you get on a lot of Belgians. And then you get a licorice type of scent, but it's not licorice, it's nibs. Oh my god, nibs. And for those of you that don't know nibs, it's like, it's from Twizzlers as well, but instead of being the hollow licorice with the swirls on it, it's just like one solid piece of candy that has no ridges or anything. And it tastes so much more, it's so much sweeter and tastes more like a cherry than like licorice does. And that's what I get on the nose on this is nibs. And I loved nibs as a kid, so I'm kind of excited. People might say, why are you doing the beer review this way? Well, there's 2 reasons. 1, because I'm completely naked. And 2, because I just ate some blazing beer chicken wings, and my beard is covered in chicken wing sauce. And I'm albino, so you know what that means. It's just bright red. Looks like I went down on a girl on a rag. And that's just not appealing in any way. Cheers. Wow. Okay. It's 11% alcohol, so you'd expect it to be a little astringent, and it is. Is it so astringent you can't drink it? No, I don't think so. It's just astringent. There is an alcohol warmth to it, and there's an alcohol taste, but it's not that bitter, gross alcohol taste you get so often. It's just an alcohol taste. It's weird. I can't really explain it. It's just there. I don't actually mind this. This isn't bad. It's drinkable, and I mean that's saying something. Is it great? No, I'd put it akin sort of to an ice beer, in that it'll get you drunk. It kind of reminds me of a better brewed like Crest or Fax Extra Strong. You know, the 10% alcohol European beers that are over here that are just super sweet and super dangerous. Yeah, it reminds me of that. It even kind of leaves a little bit of that warming in your throat. I know I said there wasn't really much, but now that I'm talking, it's kind of coming up my throat. When I drank it, there was nothing, so it might make it moreish, or maybe I'll drink it and it'll go away again. But yeah, just very sweet and alcoholic. Unlike the other ones, though, it does have a slight dirty hoppiness on the background, slight almost English hoppiness on the background, which kind of makes it a much better beer than those, because it has more flavor. But at the same time, what are you going to want? That little bit more flavor or the bigger can for less money? I mean, you can buy Crest for what, $2 here in Canada? Well, here in Ontario, you can buy this for around $3 or $4. I don't remember where it was. It was somewhere in like the $2.75 to $4.25 range. And this is a 330 milliliter bottle, where that's a full 500. So I mean, if you're just out to get drunk, the Crest is probably the best way to go. And if you get the Crest ice cold, it's probably going to taste pretty close to this. I mean, this isn't ice cold anymore, which is part of the thing. It's been out of the fridge for about 2 hours, so it has some coolness to it still, but not anything spectacular, which is probably why I'm kind of tasting that alcohol in it. Excuse me. It's good. It's just not very good. I shouldn't even say it's good. It's good for what I'm imagining it to be. And I'm imagining it as basically a European get you drunk type of beer. This is probably fairly cheap in Europe. The Belgian viewers will tell me if it is or not, but I'm sure this is pretty cheap in Belgium, and that this is probably much like a lot of other beers that are exported to Canada and the US and all that. It's probably not the most popular. Out of 10 on this, I'm going to give it a 5.5, because I could drink it. There's no brewing faults in it, but I just don't like it. It's not something I want to ingest. Yeah. You know what? I'm actually going to go straight down to a 5. I'm going to go down to a straight 5, because I gave the stout I drank earlier that had the licorice scent a 5, and it's probably a little better than this, more drinkable than this for me personally. So I'll drop this down to the same thing. But it is a very, very dangerous beer. It's kind of warming. It's not horrible. It's a beer. Thank you guys. Bye.